It's your boy Warlow back with another My Team video. I am gonna rank all of the Galaxy Opals. I'm gonna do all of that for y'all, cause like I've been playing this video got started because I played salary cap a lot more. I look in the background. My record is 16-4. And a lot of y'all have no idea what y'all doing. No disrespect. A lot of y'all are just running lineups that makes no sense. You're running these opals, you don't even know what you're doing. So I'm gonna make sure to go over a lot of salary cap that some of these players have, so you can use them. But yeah, a lot of y'all need help. Okay, but these are the tiers. S tier, super tier is literally like they can still play in my team right now. Like if these opals were to play in a limited, you're gonna be completely fine. S means they're just top, they're still the top tier for an opal, but super, that's the base difference between super and S tier. Is just they can play and you're not gonna see much of a downgrade. So we're going from, because I really haven't seen much people rank the opals, and a lot of us still have to play with Galaxy opals, and I see a lot of y'all using them still to this day. So yeah, we're gonna get into ranking them. So first up, we got Sing Gun. At this stage, C tier. Like for Galaxy Opal wise, I think Sing Gun is 4,500. Actually, no, he's 10,000 salary. Actually, excuse me. He's a high salary cap, so I feel like that has to lower him to D tier. He's a little outdated. His release not as fast as it once was, and he's a high salary, so he's not gonna be that good in salary cap. So you have to use him in a real game mode. So yeah, that hurts him a lot personally. So I think he's a D tier for Sing Gun. Aaron Gordon, absolute garbage. I don't know why he's not letting me move it. Absolute garbage. The card freaking sucks. We don't need to discuss Aaron Gordon. The card release is just too slow. Unless you're an Orlando Magic fan or you're a big Magic fan, there's no reason to literally rank it. We got a lot of cards to rank. Like, look how many cards we got to rank. We got to go through these like really fast, because I ain't trying to be here all day. Alonzo Mourning is a garbage man. The dude doesn't play. He's garbage. He sucks. And yeah, he just doesn't play. Next up we got is Al Horford. Let me see his salary for current gen. 4,500 salary is decent, but Al Horford sucks on next gen. Now, if you're on current gen, you might be the way running him, because he actually has a low salary on current, so has a good release. So for current gen people, you can run him at salary cap, but for y'all, he can't run. This card is trash. Like, there's a lot of trash opals though, and that I forgot what guy. That's the Thunder playoff card. Whatever it is. Whatever it is. I forgot what it is. Wait, let me fix the blurriness, because it's a little blurry. Let me do no crop. I think that fixed the blurriness a little bit. I feel like that fixed it a little bit, but next we got Bandit Maverin. I still rank this card in B tier. Bandit has a good release. If you're on current, it goes up to A tier, because his release is top tier. His release is still good enough. He has a good solid behind the back, which a lot of players don't have in this game, and I like it for what Bandit has. I mean, he's the only rare card I ever bought from the player market for MT. So for that reasoning, I'm ranking him at B tier. I don't mind Bandit. Think he's an alright card, and I think he's 4,500 salary too. So he's not a bad card in salary cap person. He's not a bad card in salary. Like, I can still use him in salary cap and still cook. They're just way better options than Bandit Maverin. At this stage in the game, it's just way better. Yeah, 4,500, there's better options. But Antoine Jameson, some reason his salary is 5,600. Card absolutely stinks. D tier. And there's a chance Bandit could go to C tier later in the tier list, but but Antoine Jameson release is not it. Is garbage. Amin Thompson, he's 4,500 salary, I think. I'm putting him in A tier, because Amin Thompson still has a release that's still really good, and if a lot of y'all got him for free, so personally on that alone, I think he's good. Oh, he's 10,000 salary. Oh god, never mind. I take that back. I thought you could run him as a budget salary cap card. I'm gonna have to make that B tier then. I still think he's an A tier opal for an opal card. He's still solid. They still have a solid release. Good movement. I mean, alright movement. I think I'll put him in A tier. I used him a while ago. Still is a quality Galaxy opal to this day, and he lines up. Brandon Ingram, I mean, just garbage. He can't even play shooting guard on that card. Actually, can he play shooting guard? I can't even remember can Brandon Ingram play shooting guard on that opal. real quick. Can he play shooting guard? Look in the background real quick. Yes, he can. Okay, I'm gonna put him in D tier just because he's a 6'8" shooting guard, so that's the only reason I'm putting him in shooting guard for D tier, but yeah. Damian Lillard, I do not like Damian Lillard cards in this game, so trash tier. I just don't really like Damian Lillard. Just don't like him, think he personally sucks. Iguodala is actually quite decent, A tier. Like, you could use Iguodala till this day, and Iguodala can still cook for you. Like, he has a good enough leaner, he has a good enough release, and he's especially going to be great in salary cap. So if you have Iguodala, I wouldn't mind running him in salary cap. I think he's decent. I think he's quite decent. Quite defense. Okay, Brandon Miller up next. C tier. It's just that leaner is an issue. His release is good though. His release is actually really good. For what you get from him, he's gonna be solid. I think he's 4,500 salary. He's gonna be a decent salary cap shooting guard if you have him. I just don't like that pro free laner, but his release is really good though. So Drummond is absolute garbage, and for some reason people has an obsession running this card. I don't know why. The dude stinks. Absolutely sucks. No reason at all you should be running him in your lineup. Just, I don't know what some of y'all are doing. Not y'all, but the ones on the game. Austin Reeves, I think is 4,500 salary cap. I'm ranking him in at B tier, probably. I rank him in A tier, because Austin Reeves, right? Austin Reeves going to be playing some of these taller guys in salary cap. And he's going to be like he's not 6'6". So I'm going to have to go to B tier. He had to go in B tier. Austin Reeves had a really solid release, really good offline card. But he is a Galaxy Opal. I would suggest that he has a Devin Booker dribble style, which is really nice for shot create. I low-key think Austin Reeves is better than Ahmed Thompson, but maybe I'm an idiot. Okay, we're keeping it. Artist Gilmore release just outdated, low 3-point D tier at this stage. Would not suggest using him in any competitive modes. Literally, just not it. Next up, we got the other Damian Lillard. We'll just skip him. Christian Laettner, garbage can. We didn't get about the other Christian Laettner. Make sure to check that video out. But that Christian Laettner doesn't play. He has a low salary, but just not it. Pod is actually solid, B tier. Pod is actually a solid point guard. He has Curry slide, so that's not ideal. But his release is actually quite fire, though, for his jumper. So he's actually quite a good 6'4" point guard, to be quite honest with you. Next up, we got Kobe White. Kobe White's S tier. Like, for a point guard, he is basically a budget Cade Cunningham. Okay, like, he's not as super tier. Like, you could run him and be good. But he's a budget Cade Cunningham. Broke man's Cade. For you, I think, well, Cade, you could have got last week, so not broke man Cade. Okay, it's gambling, technically, now that he's out of the Mogi modes. But Kobe White, I give him an S tier. Really good card. Chet is a A tier. And people ask, oh, why him? Why is he so high? Because Chet is 7'1". Even though his pro freelander is garbage, you're not, your power forward, you kind of wish he can do a, leaner here and there. But for Chet is still going to have a good player model. Still going to be 7'1". It can make up the difference. I still think Chet's a solid for a Opal card. And especially if his salary, I don't know if his salary is lower. Like I said, we just keep checking in the back, and yeah, 5,000 salary cap, that's decent. So I'm keeping him in as an A tier. Opal. Nimhard, C tier. Nimhard's not terrible. Like, I remember using him. I remember using him back then if you run him his salary, but he's just not running it unlimited at this stage in the game. Brandon Miller should be B tier. I have a Brandon Miller. Yeah, I made a mistake. Brandon Miller should be B tier. B tier. Nimhard can go at C tier. But next we got Andrew Wiggins. I never liked this card, really. I'm putting him in trash. I'm sorry, I did not like Andrew Wiggins before, and I still don't like his behind the back, like running down the court. It's just not that good. I just wasn't feeling good on Andrew Wiggins, and I felt like he was a very mediocre card, personally, in my opinion. So I thought he was very mediocre. But next on our list is Bam Adebayo. Bam is actually quite decent in this game. Like, he's an undersized, so I'm ranking him at B tier because you might match up with some taller guys. But Bam has such a good jump shot that is actually going to be really good having him on the court, as long as you're not matching the Giants. If you match the Giants, you're screwed with Bam. But if you're playing salary, he's gonna be decent. He's gonna be decent for a Galaxy Opal. Gonna be literally decent. And Fernie Simmons, he can dunk. He's there, I guess. Like, he's 6'4". He can dunk. I mean, just about it. Cam Johnson, I mean, I have 2 Inferni Simmons. Cam Johnson, BC. Really, he's alright. He can't really move that good, personally, for an Opal card. Just not really that good of a card, personally. Just trying to remember. He just wasn't. I didn't remember him being that great. Boban's release is just not it at this stage, D tier. Even, I rank him D tier. It's just, man, you can't have a jumper that's inconsistent. Like, there's too many guys on the court you can run that are, like, consistent. Boban would not be able to compete with any tall center in my team right now. He would not be able to compete even with the shorter players that, like, Joel Embiid. Just not going to compete with him. Sabonis, issue, the same thing. It's, like, slower. Just, I rank him as C. Like, you can still have Sabonis on the court, I guess. Alright, my screen just froze. Like, okay. Sabonis is just, like, you can have him on the court. You're not just gonna lose. It's just, Sabonis is gonna be a pain to really use with that release. But you can make something work. Just, you wish his speed was higher. Or was it 3? Yeah, it was speed. The speed, you wish that speed was higher. Bojan actually has a great release. Like, a B tier for this card. Like, Bojan is actually surprisingly a solid actually card. Now in the background, I'm gonna use a shot real quick. Let me just remember him real quick. Yeah, he's actually solid. I actually used him. He has Curry slide in the background, and he has a alright side. Has a great release. I like this card. Like, his longevity lasts long. I don't think he has many defensive, but for a card like that, I don't mind him. Corey Maggette would be D tier. Corey Maggette's really not that good, really. Like, he just didn't last that long. Just an average card, personally. Buddy Hield, D tier. Like, Buddy Hield's just not. It sucks, because I remember 2K20 when Buddy Hield was a straight bucket. But those times are way beyond us. It's just not happening with Buddy Hield. Just, personally, it's just not happening. Just not happening with Buddy Hield. So next up, we got Capella, trash. For 69 3-pointer. That was trolled the day he came out, and he was unusable. He is still unusable. Bradley Beal, garbage. I saw this man with a 10,000 salary cap too, which is actually freaking hilarious. That Bradley Beal is 10,000 salary. I don't even know what to say to that. Cade Cunningham up next. Depends on what his salary is. If his salary is 4,500 for Cade, if you can get Cade for 4,500 salary, yeah, 4,500 salary for Cade, A tier. Cade can move still good. If you know how to L2 cancel, he's still gonna be really good in a pick and roll. Cade Cunningham still has an A tier Galaxy Opal. Cam Whitmore has the, I think he has. It was either he had Tyrese behind the back. Tyrese behind the. No, he didn't. He had I think he had Jamal. I don't even remember. I would rank him like a C tier. Like, he was alrightish. I'd rather have Brandon Miller over on Benedict, but he was alrightish when I was trying Cam Whitmore out. But you could slide him in there. He's still 6'8", but he can't play shooting guard, so that hurts him a whole lot. So after that, I just can't. Cam Reddish, he has an alright release beat. I just don't think his release is better than Bojan. I'm putting him in C tier. His release is a better player model, maybe, but his release isn't over Brandon Miller. It's not over Bojan's. He's not better than Benedict. I'm not seeing him. I moved Bam to trash by mistake. Oopsie. But next up, we got Dan Issel. Dan Issel was garbage. Actual freaking garbage. Next up is Danny Ferry, and I think he's gonna be the first one in super tier. Because, like, Danny Ferry, right, he don't got a leaner. So that does hold him, that holds him back. Not having a leaner does hold him back, but he has a top tier level release still. Curry dribble style, that hurts. I'm ranking him in S tier. But he's still gonna, Tatum has Curry's, we'll have a discussion if y'all think Danny Ferry should be super, if he still can be runnable. I think he can. But I'm just going to rank him in S tier for that. I think Danny Ferry's really good. If he had a leaner, I probably would have still put him in that super tier. But he is probably... Danny Ferry's still so good. He's still going to cook for you. It's sad we didn't really get a juice Danny Ferry in this game really this late in the cycle. But 2K24, baby. Boogie Cousins, Boogie's longevity doesn't last. He sucks to me. Sorry, Boogie just as a long-term... just does not really compete the same way he did months ago. Next, we got Daniel Gafford. Release is unusably garbage. Just not that good, personally. Next up, we got Jamal Crawford. I'm trying to remember a little bit with this card. Some of these cards I legit forgot about, so let me just test them real fast because I'm doing some while I remember them. Okay, so I used it a little bit. Tried him out, and he has Tyrese behind the back with his release. I just don't like it, D tier. I just don't feel like it's a good shot creating release, and if you're gonna be 6'4", 6'5"-ish, you gotta be able to shot create somewhat, so that's just not happening. Dillon Brooks, he doesn't have as fast release as he used to have, so I probably would go with C tier for Dillon Brooks. Alright card, he's just gonna do his little bit of a job. Grant Hill, garbage. Card fell off so hard. He was fine, like that, maybe it was fine beginning of the year, but honestly, I don't know how that card ever became. I don't know who gassed that card up like he was good early in the season. I don't know who. He was terrible. Like, oh my god, Lively. I rank Lively. I think Sabonis got to come down a tier. It just has to. Lively's better than Sabonis. Like, he's literally. I mean, I rather have Lively over Sabonis. Like, I'm easily taking Lively. Lively has 90 speed. Sabonis has like 50 speed. He doesn't have as high as a free-pointer, but I mean, Sabonis' shot's not that good anyways. So it's like, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to lower it. I'm gonna have to put Sabonis in D. I'm gonna have to put Sabonis in D and Lively in C tier. Which I usually don't like to change it halfway through, but it just is what it is, and we just gotta keep it pushing. Next we got on the list is Danny Granger. Danny Granger's garbage. I wish we could get a really good Danny Granger in this game, but it looks like that's not happening. But Sabonis can still hoop, B tier. Sabonis can actually still hoop, even though he doesn't have anchor on Hall of Fame, which was troll. But Sabonis can still hoop. When I move Giannis, Opal Giannis at this stage in the game, it'd be C tier for Opal Giannis. It's actually its release doesn't hold up anymore. Even with its 100 overall, it just does not hold up. So it's just like both Bendit and the cards I have in front of him. I'd rather have Bojan out on the court than Giannis because his release is way better. That's just personal to me. I haven't been feeling Giannis' release. I'm feeling like JC. I don't feel like Giannis' release is usable anymore. But Herbert Jones, I've seen this card get run. I've seen this card get run quite a bit. I put him in B tier. Herbert Jones ain't bad. Herbert Jones has an alright release, great defense. He's just a defensive guard that can shoot a little bit. He's actually quite decent, actually. And he was gritting on me a couple times in salary cap. So, I give it to him. Derek White, he has a 4,500 salary too. Derek White, C tier. Decent Galaxy Opal. Decent for a Galaxy Opal point guard. He is Derek White though. It's just Derek White. James Harden, Galaxy Opal. You have to use I think he had James Harden's dribble style on it. Which is not ideal. I don't really think James Harden's dribble style is all that great. I don't remember it being that good. Yeah, he had Michael Jordan. Okay, they did change it. So I would rank him probably in C tier because you can use him in salary cap and still live out there with Harden. Like, if you're really good with Harden, you'll be really good with him. If you're not good with Harden, then don't use Harden. That's just the way it is with Harden. Gary Payton just sucks. Release is just not usable. At this point, just not usable. And Dante DiVincenzo, D tier. A little undersized, doesn't shot create that good at this stage in the game. He's alright, just not living up to expectations. Next to Darius Miles, B tier. They did update his jump shot, I'll give him that. They did update his jumper too. I know they did a while ago. His new jumper, I don't know if he has it behind the back. I don't remember him having one, but he has Jarrett Allen release instead of Brook Lopez, which isn't still the greatest release in the world, but it's not like the end of the world. So I'm ranking him in at C tier, at B tier. Next we got Keegan Murray, Doug Christie. Okay, Doug Christie, D tier. Doug Christie's alright. Release is good enough. It just, he can move actually. He can actually move, but I just didn't like Doug Christie that much. I didn't think Doug Christie was really all that. He is 4,500. I just didn't like him. Isaiah Thomas, absolute garbage. Like, he's like 5 foot. I'm taller than Isaiah Thomas. I'm 6 foot, but still. Still, though, way taller than Isaiah Thomas. Don't run Isaiah Thomas unless you're a troll. Dennis Rodman was garbage. I didn't like him the day he came out, really. I didn't like his pro free link. I did like him the day he came out, but Times have changed. Pro 3 laner isn't working. It's way past due. Way past due. Doran Finley, D tier. Alright, like, I mean, he can take an open shot, I guess, but that's about it for Doran Finley. Desmond Bane, 6'5", not shot creating. I think F tier. He's not creating a jump shot. He's gonna move a little, but like, what are you gonna do with Desmond Bane? With that slow shot, you're just not using him. You just not using Desmond Bane. Next, we got Elgin Baylor. He had it alright, really. He had a good release. They updated his release. Release became better, but no leaner. D tier. Like 6'5". He's not actually terrible. I mean, it could be worse, but, you know, it's alright. Duncan Robinson, he actually has a good jump shot, B. I don't mind having cards like Duncan Robinson on the court or Brandon Miller, especially in salary cap, where you need a card with a good jump shot, a good release, or they have to shot create. You know, you need that, and I feel like, you need Duncan Robinson. Duncan Robinson's how tall? Let's check. I'm gonna check about how tall he is. 6'7". Yeah, he's 6'7" height. Has a great solid. Duncan Robinson release is good. He's gonna do his job. So B tier for Duncan Robinson personally, and we are going with it. James Worth, Gerald Wallace. I want to say A tier, but it's tough. It is tough. Like, do I think Gerald Wallace is much better than Brandon Miller? I don't think so. I don't think he's so much better than Brandon Miller. He's decent, but I don't think he has Kobe fade. I do know he has Kobe fade from previously knowing his SIGs from last time. I think he does. Does he? Yeah, he does have Kobe Bryant leaner. Michael Jordan, Darius Garland size up. Darius Garland size up isn't all that, but I'm in a tough pickle with that one. I'll have to think about it later. But we'll go with A tier for Gerald Wallace. David Robinson, probably A tier. Like, he still has everything he needs for the most part. That David Robinson was actually juiced for when he came out. He came out when Kobe's last card was released. And I mean, he is still solid to this day. So, yeah, I'm ranking him in at B. We still got a long list. But we'll rank Kobe Bryant up next because he's next. And then put him in S tier. Like, I've been loving Kobe Bryant a lot more in this game. Especially now that the Pink Diamond salary cap went down. I actually really like this. I really like this Kobe Bryant. Just lately, he been... Apologies, but he been hooping really good. So, I like Kobe. I think Kobe, it's surprising to say, I think Kobe has been really amazing lately for me. So, I'm ranking him S tier. It's crazy to say that because I hate Kobe Bryant cards so long, but lately he just been performing way better. I don't know if it's because Kobe has been in the game or I don't know. Maybe I was hating. I don't know. Dwayne Wade is absolute garbage. Card sucks, doesn't play, don't use him. Jalen Brunson, he's still very good inside. I'm putting Jalen Brunson still at B. Because Jalen Brunson is so good shot creating. Like, I see a lot of y'all use him in salary cap. Like, I saw the Pink Diamond, I saw the Opal. Like, Jalen Brunson is a decent salary cap point guard. 45 cap. He is really good to use. And I think he is really good. And let me check something. Did David Robinson go for like 4,500 salary? If he's 4,500 and you can get away using that David Robinson. Nah, it's 10K. Dang. He's 10K. Dang it. But D-Rob is still going to be really good. Well, James Worthy, he's 10,000 salary, so C tier. I mean, you can slot James Worthy in B tier. I'm gonna say B tier because you can slot James Worthy. He has the SIGs, he has everything he needs. I'm putting him in A tier because James Worthy has everything he needs to still run today. It's just that release isn't as fast, but I mean the new latest card that came out release isn't that good. So James Worthy can still run today, so I'm ranking him in at A tier. Next is DeAndre Jordan. Absolute garbage. Doesn't run. Doesn't play. It just is what it is. And he just does not play. So, yeah. Next up, we got Dale Curry. Garbage. We don't need to discuss more. His Turgler release sucks. Garbage. Derek Fisher. He sucks too. There's a lot of bad opals in the game. Like, look at all these trash can opals. But we gotta rank them all. We gotta rank them all, but I'm not gonna be here all day, so yeah, we gotta get through this ranking. So Hakeem Olajuwon, probably go with C tier. Hakeem's release is too slow at this stage in the game, but if you want to run Hakeem, I guess go for it. But It's the King Elijah. Grayson Allen, he will be fine if this was play now, but you actually have to shot create, so he's going in trash tier. Because he's in a point guard and he can't really shot create. He's more of a catch and shoot, and he can't play D, so that's just not going to be enough in 2K. It's just not going to live up. J.R. Smith's cap's 10,000, and what is salary cap sometimes based on? Because who the freak is using J.R. Smith? I don't know. So I'm putting him in F tier. J.R. Smith is actually terrible. Terrible. I don't know who the heck is using that card. Like, who? Casper? The Berenstein Bears? Because I don't know who's using them. I wish I knew. I wish I knew the answer. I don't know. Next, we got Fred VanVleet. We're going to rank him. Blake can score at least. D, I guess. I mean, I remember scoring with him. He's all right. He's right. I guess he's all right. Jared Vanderbilt for a Galaxy Opal. C. Like, Jared Vanderbilt can actually cook you a little bit. I liked him as a Galaxy Opal last time I used him, so I'll still rank him C. And I think his salary's low, so he's not a bad salary cap card. Because he still is 6'8", I think. I think Jared. Jared Vanderbilt or Vanderbilt. Okay, where is he at? 98, 6'8", 4,500. Yeah, he's not bad. Vanderbilt is definitely not bad in my team, so let me move my thing up here so y'all can see it. So next up, we got Kyle Korver, and I'm putting Kyle Korver to next. I think you can say Korver's a superstar because I have seen people use Galaxy Opal Korver and still cook. Like, he's basically what the Dark Matter is, and he can still cook. So I'm putting Korver in that superstar level where you have him, badge him up a little. He can still run today. Still easily. Emmanuel quickly. I mean, his release was good, but like other than that, C tier. Just that's all he can do. Just shoot a little bit, but that's all he can really do, honestly, for you. Next, we got. I actually don't mind Jalen Green. Surprisingly, I don't mind Jalen Green's release is slow, like, but he has some good dunking ability. Sometimes I green his shot, like, you know, I'm ranking him at C tier. I don't really mind Jalen Green. We're comparing to opals and not dark matters. I don't really mind Jalen Green as a Galaxy Opal. I just don't mind him really. Jason Tatum just doesn't have any SIGs. D tier. At this stage, you just got it. Tatum fade is just not holding its own. Still got a good jumper, but just not it. Jaden Williams, I know he has a really bad release, just F tier. That release is just not usable at this stage in the game, and I don't feel like y'all want to use that jumper. Dominique Wilkins, absolute garbage can, doesn't run. Jason Kidd, I would put in D tier. Jason Kidd is still, he's very similar to his other card they just released. They've made a couple tweaks to him, but he lacks the shot creating release, which is major, but he is a 6'4" good defensive guard, so. Joel Embiid for a 4,500 salary cap, I'm going A tier. Because, like, I don't think Joel Embiid in terms of Dark Matters is high, but as Galaxy Opals, he is a good longevity center. He can actually shoot threes good. He can actually get it done for you. Like, he's actually a good salary cap center. I just don't think he's a great unlimited center, but I think he's a good salary cap center. So, Jeremy Grant just hasn't. He has not been that good in 2K since a pro player or whatever. They changed his animation and jump shots. He used to be like a KD budget clone, but now he's much like a bum. He's just not it. Just not it. So, D tier for Jeremy Grant. Jaylen Brown is interesting. I don't know where I want to rank him at. I put him at C. Like, it's like Jaylen D tier. Jaylen Brown's release is slow, but he can move. But he can move somewhat, but that's mainly his 100 overall that can move at least. So I just don't see it with him. So D tier for him. Jamal McGee lacks shooting badge at this stage in the game. That's not gonna work. So F tier for Jamal. Has a good enough release, but that's just not gonna roll in today's MyTeam. Really, you got to have a jump shot. You just have to. And next we got Jason Terry. Way too short for this game. Just not shot. His release isn't that good for shot creation, so just not playing. Kevin Durant is as a superstar tier. I have 61 Hall of Fame badges, and I will preach it until I can't preach it no more. I will ride for Kevin Durant to the max. KD is amazing. He is literally a demigod. Understand that. He's easily worth it. Easily one of the best cards. I think he's the best Galaxy Opal in this game. And shoot, I still run him over most cards in this game. Kevin Durant is so good, and hopefully we get him on Dark Matter on Friday, and they give him the proper respect. And there's a good chance the lower tier versions of Kevin Durant will end up being better than the good versions of KD, because the Galaxy Opal one is better than the 100 overall, and I will stand by that. And KD, in terms of other cards, and it takes a lot of skill to be good with them too. So keep that in mind with Kevin Durant. If you don't know how to use them, you're not gonna like them, but you have to figure out how to use them. Karl-Anthony Towns, just absolutely garbage. At this stage, that relationship's not holding up. John Havlicek, for Galaxy Opal, John Havlicek, if the cap is 4,500, which I think it is, or 5K, I think it's 10K. B tier. If his salary ever comes down, John Havlicek is a decent, actually, card. He has a great release. Good Kobe leaner. I'm about to put him in A tier. He has a great Kobe leaner. Just a great card, personally. I like the card. I like the card. So next up, we got Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson's alright. So I'm going to go with A tier. That might be too high for Klay Thompson. B tier. Klay can still play. Klay can still play in certain lineups. I think John Havlicek is better than Klay Thompson, Gerald Wallace. But Klay Thompson in B tier still could be a nice card for you. Next, we got Mike Miller. Mike Miller has a really good jump shot. Really, really good jump shot. Still to this day. I think he's actually lives up to what he is. He's a good Opal. He's a really, really solid Opal. I'm ranking him in at A tier. I think that might be a little too high. But longevity-wise, he lasts long. That release is top level. He can do stuff for you, personally. They changed the shot the very quick late in the process when they made that card. And I think he's good. Joe Ingles releases garbage, doesn't play. Kyle Lowry, we just used him yesterday. He couldn't play, so this one's not playing. Kevin Love as a 45, so I'm going to put him in D tier. Kevin Love can actually, has a good jump shot, good enough laner, just, alrightish. But next, we got JJ Redick. Unless you're a Lakers fan, garbage. Releases sucks on JJ Redick. Just absolutely sucks. Can't move, really. Just McClunk. I love McClunk back when he came out. But he's trash now. His release isn't that fast. He was good when the time was out, but now times have changed. You have to be a top-level shot creator, and he just doesn't live up, and his player model is small too, so not working out. Luka Doncic is absolutely terrible. Just why are you using Luka Doncic? Shoot, the Dark Matters are a pain to use. Imagine using a Galaxy Opal. Ew. LeBron James moment card was garbage on normal release time and wouldn't play. The All-Star LeBron, I think All-Star LeBron will be in that super tier. Where if you want to run All-Star LeBron to this day, you can still use LeBron till this day easily. As long as you have the proper badges, he can still run to this day. So I'm ranking him in that S tier for him. And this LeBron James, same thing. The Heat LeBron's the same 6. If you give them the badges, they can still be playing to the last game for it if you want them to. Keegan Murray was actually cooking me in salary cap earlier. I'll put him in C. Keegan Murray can actually coop a little bit. Like, that release is still looking weird. But a guy was, like, cooking me with him earlier today. That dude wasn't missing. Next, we got Nikola Jokic, and this guy was hitting every hot step with Jokic. I'm still ranked him at D tier. But, man, Jokic can... If you know the hot step, you can cook with Jokic. If you don't... And I think he's 4,500 salary, too. So, keep that in mind as well. And, yeah. So... Next, we got Manu. Just doesn't run at this stage in the game. Released way too slow. They didn't make Manu a good card. Maybe in the future, Manu will get a card. John Wall, you already know how I feel about John Wall. Absolutely garbage. Keldon Johnson, same way. Absolutely garbage. Release sucks. Movement sucks. Everything sucks. John Stockton sucks too. There's a lot of garbage cans on this freaking list. I mean, there's a lot of opals that just can't run to this stage in the game. And it's okay. Michael Jordan, I don't think he's on that. Like, can he move? I know, they changed to 6. Nah, he's an absolute garbage can. I'll rank him. No, he's absolute garbage. He doesn't have the 6. Just, I think that MJ 98 overall doesn't have. Does he have the juice 6 on the 98 at least? Like, I can check real quick if he does. Michael Jordan, did he change it? Nah, he still got MJ 6. Ooh, not it. Not running. I'm sorry, MJ. You are trash. You are the bald-headed gambler. Does not play. Just absolutely garbage. Okay, so we are on to Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton is alrightish. Like, he has Trae Young fades still to this day, so C tier for Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton can still hoop. If you want Chris Middleton on the court, I mean, he'll do his job. He'll do his job on the he'll do his job. So Laurie actually is really good. Actually, surprisingly, Laurie's really good. I'd probably go with S tier for Laurie. Laurie's actually solid for a Galaxy Opal, and he plays above his stats. He's a really good Opal. So Laurie and Galaxy Opal, I like it. I think it's Tyrese behind the back. Could be wrong about that. I haven't using him much. But Traude, the funny part about this Traude is he's so similar to his Invincible still, because they didn't change much SIGs between all those Traudes. Like, dude gets, like, every card. They haven't changed much. But I'll rank Traude probably in C. Release is alright-ish. I wish that release could be more consistent. Dribble style's okay-ish, but I'd rather have Brunson. I'd rather have Pod. I'd rather have Austin Reeves, who can shot create better than that. I'd just rather have them over him. Next, we got Josh Hart, and I'm ranking Josh Hart at D tier. Josh Hart just released wasn't that good. Next we got Sprewell. I'm gonna go use him like for a quick second because I forgot his jumper, to be quite honest. Again, I forgot what Sprewell was. Actually, I don't even think I have Latrell Sprewell, so I might not be able to offer. So I'm gonna look while we're ranking the next card because I don't know if I can really give a ranking. Marcus Sauce really sucks. Sorry, does not play, and I think he was a locker code anyway. So I don't even think you can buy him, but Marcus Gasol just absolutely freaking sucks. It is what it is what it is. The card just sucks. Next we go Larry Bird. Larry Bird's release is just unusable. It's sad they can't give. I didn't mean to burp in this apologies, but it's sad that they did not make him good. Really, it is so depressing that they really made him mediocre, but is what it is. Michael Porter, D tier. He can still do his job and just bang open shots for you, so I'll bring him C. Just because he can do his job, he'll still provide it. I just don't think it's that particularly that great. Just don't. So, yeah, I'm ranking him as D tier. But next we got Mitch Richmond. I don't think his SIGs are that great, so I don't think he plays. Because I'm just remembering on the top of my head that his SIGs are not that great. So I'm ranking Mitch Richmond at trash. Julius Randle, garbage too. Julius Randle was good back in 2K20, but those days were numbered. Okay, the dude don't play no more. And I'm looking at Sprewell in the background. He has Curry slide, moves alright, release is alright-ish. He's like a D level card. Just nothing special about the card. Just not seeing it. Larry Bird, trash, like we mentioned. And this LeBron is trash too. Because, actually, this Cleveland LeBron, he doesn't have the Kobe stuff. It doesn't have Kobe dribble style. Doesn't have Trae Young escape. Just not playing. Who's this? I think that's the Kevin Huerter. Kevin Huerter's actually not bad. B tier for Kevin Huerter. Kevin Huerter has a great jump shot. Not bad. He's not crazy good, but he'll do his job. He will do his job. Michael Conley has a good Pro 2 leaner, but other than that, doesn't run, so absolute garbage. Okay, absolute freaking garbage. Lonzo Ball. Lonzo still has a good defense. Still gonna be an A tier point guard because he's 45. He's a low salary cap, I think, right, for Lonzo Ball. And he's literally, Lonzo still can perform well. You can use Dark Matter Lonzo, and Dark Matter Lonzo is 6,500. The Opal's 4,500. So you're not getting that much of a drop off because he comes with every badge you mainly need. So I'm ranking him there. For Michael Jordan, trash. Just a ball gambler, like we mentioned earlier. Next we got Morris Peterson. Morris Peterson actually has a solid jump shot, so A tier for Morris Peterson. Morris Peterson ain't bad in this game. Actually, surprisingly, is not bad for a Galaxy Opal. I just don't know if he's better than Brandon Miller, but for ranking him there, I might be gassing it. Mo Bamba, I'll rank S tier. Mo Bamba actually has a solid release. Great. Just a skinny player model. He can do everything you need, though, for a center, for the most part. So I think an S tier for Mo Bamba is not bad. Next, we got Lamar Odom. I didn't like him the day he came out. Garbage tier. Kenyon Martin. I don't even think he can hit the behind the back. So just absolute trash. Like, Marcus Morris, I actually like this card a lot. I still like this Marcus Morris. Like, people gonna be surprised. I'm putting him in S. Marcus Morris is surprisingly really, really good. Like, really, really, really good for a Galaxy Opal. And if you wanted to, you can still hoop with this card. He has a great jumper the day he came out. Really solid. Can move as Tyrese behind the back. I still really like that card. Wish he could play shooting guard, but I still like this card to the day. Muskie. Muskie's an interesting one. He could be from A to B to C to F for garbage. I mean, he's just the Muskie tier. I put him B just to put him somewhere, but to be honest, I really don't know where you rank Muskie at. He's just a troll card. He's just a troll card. Kyrie, you already know my arch nemesis, Kyrie Irving. Garbage. Nazarene release does not play at this stage in the game, so I'm ranking him in at trash tier. And we're going to keep it pushing because we got a lot of cards in trash tier. Which is actually insane how hard this list has came. We went through a lot of cards. Oh my god. Terrence Ross. Terrence Ross is not it. Trash. Not playing. Shane Battier. Really got good defense. Got good size. Has a good release. C tier. Just doesn't move enough for you though. Now that's the issue with him. But C tier for Shane Battier. I'm not hating that. Penny Hardaway. I mean, Galaxy Opal Penny, I'll still rank B. Because Galaxy Opal Penny can still hoop. If you need a guy that can hoop in salary cap for you, you got Galaxy Opal Penny, you can still hoop with him. So, B tier for him. I personally like it. And Nicholas Batum, garbage. I'm sorry, Nicholas Batum release sucks. He can move really good. I remember him moving good, but that release just don't play at this stage in the game. Sean Livingston up next. I want to say he's better than Lonzo because he still is 6'7" point guard. So I'm going to actually put Sean Livingston on S because, like, if you got Sean Livingston guarding, like, let's say a 6'6" player, you're not going to have an issue. He has a three-pointer. He has everything you mainly need. That might be a little too high, but he has everything you need at 5K salary as Devin Booker. Pro escape is horrible. I don't like that, but he has Booker dribble style, very quick, normal laner. I'm part of me's about to change this, but he has every stats. I think for Opal, he's the S tier. But I don't think he's on the level of Kobe White. I think Kobe White is better than him, so I'm ranking him. It's tough. I'm going A tier with Sean Livingston. Shaq Gilgeous-Alexander, happy I did change it. Shaq Gilgeous is still an S tier. Like, I had to quick sell him because I don't need him. I had to quick sell him for some MT. But Shaq Gilgeous only 5K salary and literally still really, really good. So for a Galaxy Opal, he's at S tier Galaxy Opal. Ray Allen is absolute garbage in my team. PJ Wash, D tier. Just release. That's about it. I don't know why people act like he was so good. I just did not see it with him personally. Robert Covington is alright. His release was better in years past compared to this year, but it's not like bad. He gets Tyrese. No, not Tyrese. He has a different behind the back. It moves alright. Like, it moves. I can try right here. Do I have Covington? No, I do not. So I can't even remember what I was doing with him, but I rank him there. Siakam, garbage. Steve Nash absolutely sucks. Like, release sucks on Siakam. Nash is just way too small. His release too slow. Tyler Hansbrough. I think Tyler Hansbrough can still play in that super tier. Like, even the super tier with Tyler Hansbrough, if you got a team around that's good, his release is phenomenal. So if you had him out there with like a tall player, you could easily still run him to this day. So, yeah, I would just, KD's the #1 by a landslide. Now, I probably would go with Horford and LeBron's, but then Tyler. But Tony Parker sucks. Not it. Scoot Henderson has a set shot. I mean, what are we doing? Paul Gasol has a garbage release. Shaq is just Celtics Shaquille O'Neal. Oh my god. The fact that Celtics Shaq even has a card is just insane. Just insane in this game, to be quite honest with you. Is insane. Robert Parrish has a 25 free point, yet I go on salary cap and I'll see people, not salary cap, I would go into game modes and people would be using them. I'm like, what are y'all doing? Like, you're better off going out with a bronze card, to be honest. Rudy Gay, Galaxy Opal. It's still like a S tier card. Has a great release for a Galaxy Opal, low salary. He's really still really good option if you got Rudy Gay. And I feel a lot of y'all got him from the lottery code too. So you need a salary cap small for Rudy Gay might be the one for you. Tobias Harris is surprisingly really good. I rank him in B tier. B tier. He's still a solid B tier. I don't think he's on that A tier, but he is a solid B tier. He was better last year, personally, in my opinion, but still can hoop. Ron Artest is a super. He can still hoop till today. I probably rank Ron Artest right here. Like, Ron Artest can still hoop to this day. He is so good, personally. So, I would rank him right there, personally. And we got Pablo Banchero. He's alright. Like, I mean, he can still hoop for you. I just don't feel like he's doing much other than that. But Roy Hibbert, I seen him in salary, just F tier. I don't know why you would run Roy Hibbert in salary cap. I feel like you're just misinformed. I hope you're misinformed, but yeah, just not it. Tracy McGrady, that upper is just not it. It's just not it. I'm putting him in trash. I just don't like T-Max cards unless the GOAT T-Mac. I just particularly do not like Tracy McGrady's cards in the game. I think they're mediocre and they just don't play. Trevor Ariza, he has a good release actually. A solid release. I rank him B tier. If I got Darius Miles in B, I gotta put Trevor Ariza in B for Opal, so not bad. Not bad at all. Sidney Moncrief, just way too short. See, like Sidney Moncrief's 40. He has low salary. He has a good, like he just does his job good. But if you match a taller guy, you're gonna get screwed over by Sidney Moncrief. It's simple as that. I think he's better than all the guys in D point guard, but other than that, like, he's not gonna do much. On the court, Rashard Lewis absolutely sucks. No use to him. We have to explain why he sucks. I mean, we really don't. Jefferson, same reason why he sucks. Use contact clues. You'll figure it out. Ty Lawson's garbage, too. He has a trash release. I actually went and tried this card out and for a gameplay for a little bit, and I didn't finish the gameplay. I went to freestyle, and I just clicked out. Garbage card. Next up is Tony Kukoc, I think that's Tony Kukoc. Tony Kukoc is actually really good. He's actually really good for Opal. I don't think he's on that super tier, but he's on that S tier. He can still hoop, but he can still hoop with the best cards today, so I might have to go with S, actually. He can still hoop in today's MyTeam. If I'm ranking it, I would rank it right here, but probably rank it like this, but he can still hoop up until now, so for Galaxy Opal, I think he is in that super tier. Next, you got Steve Francis, unusable. Steve Francis should have a better card in MyTeam. He just really should, but just 2K does a poor job of giving cards, and that's just what they do. That's just really what they do. Trace McGrady, we already went over this. His upper's not it. Doesn't move. He has a good behind the back, but the upper just move. Just not playing. Just not playing. Joel Embiid, we already ranked earlier. Robert Williams, just not that good, really. Just F. Release is too slow. Just doesn't play. Sean Marion is actually still a great Opal till this day. I would still rank him. In terms of Galaxy Opal, S tier. Like, he still has a phenomenal release. All he doesn't have is behind the back, and he's still really good. So if you have Sean Marion in your lineup, you're not gonna, like, lose. Like, he's not in that super level where you can use him and not feel the disadvantage. Like, Sean Marion is really good. He could easily be in the lane here with him, but Tyler Hainsborough probably should come down one, to be quite honest. Yeah, I think I'm going to bring him down one. So they're a top 5, really. I think I'm going to break him down a little bit. Because Tyler Hainsborough is really still top tier, but he is undersized. So I'm going to bring him down one. Next, we got Peja Stojakovic. I didn't really like Peja D. Like, I didn't feel like he did much. His shot's a little bit longer than you want it to be. Just, Tyrese has a good Pro 2 laner. I'll give him that. Give him that for an Opal, so I'll put him in D tier. Just not that good, really. Tyrese Halliburton. See, Dark Matter Tyrese, I'll put in A, but I feel like he's lacking too much at this stage, and I'm gonna have to go probably C. It's just like, if it's the Dark Matter, it's A, because I still think, I actually do salary cap, and I still be cooking with my Tyrese. But he's lacking a little bit, but I'm still putting him in C tier. Wish that release was faster on his Opal. I still would love him. I still would be happy if I had the Opal. Tyson Chandler, he'll be all the way up. Tyson Chandler's still decent. If he's in your lineup for side, or even in your regular lineup, for a budget card, this card will be really good. If you got him from last season, really, really good card. I would rank him in that S tier. So, yeah, for me, it'd be S tier. Next up, we got Wemby. Wemby's an interesting one because he has 70 strength. So, I'm going to have to go A tier Wemby. It's just, I think Tyson Chandler's and Mo Bamba will be better for you. Even though Wemby's 7'4", Wemby is literally, he doesn't have a low salary. He has a high salary. So you have to use him on unlimited. And dude has a 70 strength. He's going to get eaten for breakfast. Shaq's barbecue chicken him, you know? Just being honest. There's a lot of Wembys that actually dropped. I'm ranking this Wemby in the same tier, A tier. Rather, Opal's just the way it is. Just the way it is in this game, personally. So next we got World B Free. Just not good. He wasn't good today. He came out released way too slow. Wilt the Stilt. Wilt's release is just B tier. B tier probably for Wilt. Just the release, just not it. Doesn't hold up well. Doesn't particularly does. I don't know. I don't feel like Wilt's better than Bam at this stage. I feel like Bam, I'd rather have Bam on the court than Wilt, but I'll put Wilt as a B minus. Zion has a high salary, not good. It sucks. Man, it's sad we're not going to have one good Zion this year. It just is what it is. Wally Zerbiak just not that good. Trash. And Zach Randolph's release is way too slow. But we have ranked every single Galaxy Opal in the game. Oh my gosh. How many minutes was this video? 51 minutes. This is such a long video. But we went over a lot of salary cap, a lot of salary help, so y'all need help with salary. I did mention a lot in this video, which will help y'all a lot. And this is the tier list. This is what we came up with. Really good. And I'll take my face cam off for a second so you probably can see all the cards there. Just personally, because so you can see. Okay, wrong one. But this is all the cards right here. Let me know if you agree or disagree with this tier list, and I will see y'all in the next My Team. Whew, a lot of talking in this video. See y'all.